So somebody asked me, how do you raise your credit score? So before I do begin, I'm not a credit score expert by any means, or do I claim to understand everything about finances. But what I do know is my own credit score and how kind of I got to that point, right? So I got my first credit card, and it's the still same credit card that I have today at 2012, and I still have it 4 years later, right? And I have Bank of America, and Bank of America has this thing called View My FICO Credit Score, or View My FICO Credit Score, where it shows you on a month-to-month basis where your credit score is, right? And I am at the exceptional area. Exceptional is right about at 800 and above, right? And a lot of people that I know are at the 400, 500, 600. And I thought being in the military, right, your credit score would be high, but it's not. It all comes down, it doesn't really matter whether you have a high credit score or not because you're in the military. It just comes down to how you spend your money, in my opinion, from my observation, right? So I'm going to be sharing with you, I'm not going to make this video terribly long. I'm just going to share with you 3 general ideas. If you want more about finances, you can watch my financial series that I have. I think I have about 5 or 6 videos where I talk about financial much more in depth, okay? So number 1 is getting rid of your debt. To me, that's the most important thing. I know a good portion of people that are in the military that have multiple vehicles, that don't get paid a lot, that have $50,000 in debt. And some people that I also know only have $25 in their bank account, and they have a lot of debt. And in my own personal belief and opinion, you need to get rid of your debt first before you can thrive. Right? Because when you are in the debt phase, when you have debt, you're kind of surviving paycheck to paycheck. So if you want to thrive, you have to get out of surviving, in my own personal philosophy, right? So for example, let's say I decided to purchase a $20,000 vehicle and I put $15,000 on it, right? And I owe $5,000 on it, and the dealership says, all right, you can pay that $5,000 off, $1,000 per year for the next 5 years. And a lot of people would say, cool, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But in my opinion, don't do that. Pay more than you owe. I'm not saying spend every single paycheck paying off your debt. You can still put a portion of that to your own spending, put a portion of it into whatever you want to spend and save, but make it a priority to get rid of debt first before spending the money on the latest iPhone, the latest Samsung Galaxy Note, or the latest PS5 or 6, whatever, on the latest game. Before you spend money on that, get rid of debt first, okay? Second thing is understand your finances. Understand where your money is going. I showed this on my financial series. I keep an Excel spreadsheet of exactly down to the penny how much I'm spending, how much I'm making, where my money is going each and every single day, to the month, to the year. And I've been keeping track of that for the last 2 years. Since 2014, I have the latest record of. So keeping track of your finances, right? To me, that makes sense. Right? Understanding how much expenses I spent on gas this month, how much I spent on food this month, how much I spent on clothes this month, how much I spent on cell phone, whatever the case may be, and understanding how much I made, understanding how much I paid off my credit card is extremely important. So because what that allows me to do is kind of project the future of, okay, if I have $800 left this month, I can kind of project if I spend the same way that the next month. So it helps me kind of see in hindsight what I can do with my finances, how much I need to save, how long I need to save for whatever my financial goals may be, right? And the last thing here is, I'm not going to make this video terribly long. If you want me to answer some of your questions, or if you want me to elaborate more on something, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, but first, watch my financial series. So the last thing I have here is credit equals debit. And what I mean by that is, use your credit card like it is your debit card. Okay, use your credit card like it is your debit card. And what I mean by that is, people, for example, let's say they spend $100 and they swap their credit card and they only have to pay a minimum balance of $25 that month. Instead of paying that minimum balance, make sure if you spend $100, pay off $100. That's what I mean. Use your credit card like it is a debit card. And how does a debit card run? Debit card runs on your checking account, right? So each time you spend money, pay it off right away. That's exactly what I did for the last 4 years that has gotten me to this point where it's at the exceptional area. So that's what worked for me. I hope it was of some value to you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And I highly recommend that you check out my financial series. I did put a lot of time into that, right? So highly recommend it. And let me know if you did. All right, so thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great Navy day.